Hi, I'm Jimmy. In this video, we're looking at Nvidia, ticker symbol NVDA. So in this video, we're going to run through the basics of Nvidia's business. We're going to look at some of the numbers, and then we're going to try to come up with a fair value for Nvidia stock to see if it's worth investing in today. Now, we're going to do this entire analysis on the Investors Grow website. And one of the first interesting things I like to look at when I'm looking at a company is you land on this page when you first load up a company. And down here, we have a star system. 3 stars is the best you can get. And we can see at first glance, Nvidia looks fairly good. And as we get into the numbers, it's actually quite impressive what they've done. Now, the simplest place to start with this company is we're going to jump over and look at a chart of revenue. Now, what's amazing about this particular revenue chart is it's obscene, the growth that they've had. Now, let's roll back to 2018. And in 2018, well, their primary form of revenue, one of their primary segments were GPUs, graphics processing units, where basically they were one of the primary ones to the gaming industry, the primary graphics processors to the gaming industry. Well, since then, they have completely transformed the company. Now they're essentially the backbone of the AI boom that's been happening. And as all those companies out there are announcing they're dropping $10 billion, $20 billion, $100 billion into the development of AI and data centers and all of that. Well, most of them are buying NVIDIA chips, and NVIDIA's chips and systems and software and storage server racks and all of that. Now, their primary product is Blackwell. They have Blackwell now, they have Blackwell Ultra, and they've got Rubin coming in 2026. And essentially, NVIDIA's made it clear they want to be the default infrastructure for all artificial intelligence over the next, let's say, over the next decade. So the real question is the company investable today? When we jump over real quick, before we go much further, here's the interesting part about this as the story plays out. This is a chart of NVIDIA over the past year, and we can see that they've done extraordinarily well. Now, over the past 6 or so months, when we zoom in a little, look at just the past 6 months, we can see things have kind of flattened off a bit. But again, the stock has done extraordinarily well. So jumping back to the financials, first we start and we look at a chart of revenue. That's done very well. Well, we jump over and look at net income. As we might expect, net income has done very much the same thing. I mean, just 4 years ago, this company had a bit over $4 billion in profit. Last year, fiscal year 2026, they put up about $120 billion in profit. So it's been obscene, the growth that they've shown. By the way, if you're curious, their fiscal year actually ends in January. So at the end of January, when they came out and reported their fiscal year 2026 numbers, they're already done with 2026. They're in fiscal year 2027 because for some reason their fiscal year ends in 2026. So if you catch me saying fiscal year 2026, that is why. So clearly net income has done extraordinarily well. Now let's jump in and look real quick at net income margins. Net income margins tells us how much of revenue are they converting into profit. In this case, again, their numbers, I mean, it's incredible what this company has done over a relatively short period of time. They have over 50% net income profit margins. That's amongst the best out there for any type of company. It's incredible that they've been able to do it. And we can see over the past couple of years, those numbers have actually improved. Now, if we think about artificial intelligence and the money that's being spent in that direction, putting up new data centers, the amount of money that is being thrown at it is kind of obscene. And almost without a doubt, NVIDIA has one of the best products that you need to run these types of data centers to run artificial intelligence. So they can kind of, I mean, I hate to say that they can kind of name their own price, but that's essentially what they've done. 55% profit margins last year is extraordinary. Now, a while back, I did a video on some of the more creative deals that are happening in the artificial intelligence space where companies aren't really paying each other in cash. They're kind of making these crazy deals. And the interesting part is those count as revenue for a company like NVIDIA. So if NVIDIA were to trade, let's say, chips for a piece of, I don't know, OpenAI, if they were to make that trade, well, that will count as revenue for them, but they don't really end up with the cash for that. So with that being said, it's always good and helpful for us to look at something like free cash flow, which is a measurement of actual cash. And again, we can see the numbers are a little bit ridiculous. A couple of years ago, we saw before they had just over 4 million. 3 or 4 years ago, 4 billion, I mean, in profit. Well, here they had just short of 4 billion a few years ago. Now, instead of 120 billion in profit like they have for net income, here they have just short of 100 billion in free cash flow. So there's certainly some questionable deals, and Nvidia's been somewhat involved in those. But even with all of that being said, I mean, the amount of money they've been able to convert, the amount of revenue they've been able to convert into cash really makes them somewhat undeniable with how impressive of a company that they've put together. I mean, it's really extraordinary. Very rarely do you see a company grow this fast at such an extraordinary rate. I'm not talking about the stock. That happens. Hype, can run up almost any company for crazy reasons. But you're talking about actual revenue, profit, free cash flow move up extraordinary amounts. That being said, is it worth investing in today? Well, for that, let's jump over to the fair value section of the Investors Grow website. And first, let's check out the forward price to earnings multiple. And this is basically what's the price today relative to earnings per share estimated over the next year. Well, here we can see that they actually look like they're a bit undervalued relative to their own long-term averages. Now, I usually prefer to go a bit longer term, depending on the situation. But in this case, their 20-year average is about 25 or 26x. And we can see right now they're trading at about 21x. So if we believe that they will get back to their 20-year average, well, that could be an interesting number to lean on. Now, we could argue that 21x might be a bit too high for any company. But I just wanted to point this out. It does look decent right now. It is on the lower end of the averages. So if you're going to pay for a dollar of earnings, right now seems like a relatively decent place to pay for that dollar of next year's earnings. That being said, let's jump over and look at my favorite valuation method, which is discounted free cash flow. So first, let's look at a chart of free cash flow, including analyst estimates. The green bars are analyst estimates. The blue bars are historical numbers. We can see that analysts are expecting the numbers to continue to ramp up over the next few years. Now, I'm not even going to get too creative here. I'm just going out the next 3 years. And one interesting thing you can do here is a lot of times when we're looking at analyst estimates, the question is, well, how many analysts? This is an average number. How many analysts are contributing to this number? Well, when we mouse over, we can see that we got 25 analysts in the first year, 18 analysts in the second year, and 9 analysts in the third year. Those are impressive numbers. I mean, I'm usually fairly comfortable if I have 3 or 4 analysts contributing to the numbers. Never mind, I mean, granted, this is a huge company, so you're going to get a lot of analysts. Either way, analysts have this free cash flow ramping up a lot. Well, that gives us a fair value of about $174 per share, which impressively is right around where the stock is trading right now. Now, for me, on a personal basis, what I like to do is I come up with the fair value, and then I add a margin of safety on top of that. So if we wanted a 10% margin of safety, well, we would take the 174 and reduce it by 10%, and that would be the ideal entry price. I personally wouldn't want to buy this stock when it's at fairly valued. I want it to be below fairly valued. So I'd like to see a bit of a pullback in this one. But the fascinating part about this company for me is how they have, truly capitalized on the opportunity that's been out there with artificial intelligence. My concern with this company is, look at this chart of free cash flow. That's showing virtually no slowdown in the growth of it. Now, that is possible that it keeps ramping up. It is possible that companies keep spending obscene amounts of money to grow. But it's also possible, especially if we were to run into any sort of recession or economic headwinds, things like that, it's also possible that has to slow. Companies are just forced to slow down some of their investments in artificial intelligence. Will that happen over the next 3 years? Well, that's tough to tell. But right now, because it's fairly valued, we can see the stock. We saw before the stock ran up a ton. Well, the stock kind of ran up to what appears to be a fair price for the company right now, assuming it plays out like this, assuming the numbers do ramp up this much. My fear is that, what if it doesn't? What if there is I'm not even talking about a drop off. I'm talking about if these numbers flatten out at all, well, the fair value would change very quickly and this stock would potentially pull back a bit. So for me, on a personal basis, I'm going to hold off on investing in Nvidia at this point, but it is in my bullpen and it is one of those companies that I will continue to watch to see how it shakes out and to see what new developments they come up with. I'm curious to see what their new Rubin chips look like, or the Rubin system, which is essentially replacing Blackwell and is expected to do amazing things. I mean, again, the amount of speed that this company has picked up is incredible. So I am thoroughly impressed with the company, just not at this price. Now, let me know what you think of this company in the comments below. If you want to sign up to get access to the Investors Grow website, where we try to make it quick and easy to value companies like this, research companies, link right here, link in the description below. And thank you so much for sticking with me all the way to the end of the video. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.